Hey everybody, welcome back to Single Malt Sunday. Steven here from NWSmallBatchBrewing, and I have a new whiskey, the whiskey of the month. This is going to be exciting. Well, maybe. I guess it depends on how it tastes, but I'm excited for this one. Never heard of it before, and it just sounds like it's right up my alley. This is Smokehead Sherry Bomb. So from what I can tell, this company makes a whole bunch of pretty crazy whiskeys. Sometimes it seems like they make well, they're almost all peated, I think, or maybe they are all peated smoky whiskeys. At any rate, let me see if I can get this open. Actually, I'm looking on the bottle because there wasn't much written on the actual can. And there's really nothing more written on the bottle. So interesting. This is an Islay whiskey. So it is from Scotland. It is a single malt. However, this is owned by a distilling company, Ian MacLeod Distilleries, which I hadn't heard of, but when I looked them up, they own a number of different distilleries, including Glengoyne. It's a weird weird name, isn't it? And Tamdhu, and I do have a review on a Tamdhu on my channel. I do like that whiskey quite a bit. But this is one of those that's owned by a parent company. Now, that parent company is actually in England, not Scotland. So there you go. Anyway, I'm not saying that's good or bad. It just is. Oh, just checking the cork to make sure it looks okay. Actually, I think it's a synthetic. So I think we're good. Look like it might be having some better days, but anyway. So Islay Single Malt, 48% ABV. So it doesn't say on it that there's no chill filtering, but I'm assuming it is because of the ABV. Anything above about 46, and you really don't need to do chill filtering. I doubt that there's any coloring in this. That color comes from the barrel and the sherry impact. It's funny because they said that the sherry was so strong that it turned the skull red on their bottle. A little bit marketing there, right? Woo! Yeah, there's definitely so there is peat, but I'll tell you what, the sherry it lives up, the nose is living up to the name. I mean, it really is a sherry bomb. I've heard people say that before and not believe it. Now this one is fascinating. I love this nose. Oh my gosh. So at first it was just the typical very strong sherry, but now I'm getting like really sweet grape. I mean, it's definitely peated, but man, I'm telling you what, if it's done right, there's nothing better than a peated sherry cask finished whiskey. Oh, it smells amazing. Let's take a sip here. A little bit bigger sip than I wanted initially here. Generally, you just want to coat your mouth because this is going to have some oils in it. But I'll tell you what, it's tasty. It's super tasty. I'm not gonna say it yet. I've got something I want to say, but I want to have another sip of it first. I mean, you get exactly. This is exactly what I wanted it to be. It is super peaty and smoky. It is exactly what it says. It's a sherry bomb, man. You get the dried fruit. You get the typical, like, you know, spiciness from the oak barrel. You know, like the gin. When I say spiciness, I mean baking spices, right? You get the ginger and the clove and stuff like that. You should get some vanilla. This is pretty complex, so I don't think I've even tried to look for that yet. That didn't jump out, but yeah, the nose is fantastic on this thing. Man, a little bit more char on that second taste. Like a little more acrid, like, you know, real like bitter from the char, I guess I would say. And yet I don't mind. I don't mind at all. I read a tasting note that I'm not picking up. Just putting a couple drops of water. I'm just gonna do 3 because it's pretty good. Like, I don't think it needs water, but you never know how it's gonna change. So it's worth, you know. In fact, I might be picking up that tasting note people were talking about now. Yeah, there it is. So it needed a little bit of water to bring that out, at least for me. There's this tasting note that people say barbecued banana. On the nose, after I've added some water, I get the banana, but it's not really a barbecue banana. It's more like a banana that's, I hate to say it, but a banana that's kind of gone bad, you know? Kind of overly ripe and yeah. Yeah, I prefer it without the water. There's a lot more sherry punch in it. Even a couple drops of water, all it brings out the banana, it subdues a lot of the smoke and the sherry sort of flavor. I think that you want to leave this one alone, in my opinion. Let's see. I'm not getting really a lot of aroma from that. Usually if I smell the side of the glass after I've had a few sips, I get a lot more of the flavors and stuff, but I'm not getting that this time. Man, this one I think is one that you could sit with and drink half the bottle before you really start to feel like you're getting in there and getting all the flavors. And yeah, I would say that this is definitely a winner. It's right up there in the price range with Ardbeg and like Lafroig. I think the Cardiff's is better. There is a few whiskeys, or sorry, sherry / smoke, you know, peated whiskeys that I think are better. There's one behind me here, Kilchoman. Seneg is definitely a better option. However, I am not sorry to have this. This is a really good whiskey. So I would recommend it if you like sherry and you like peat. You will like this. And it's high enough ABV that you can play with it. So at any rate, I'll be back in another month probably with another new whiskey. And I'm kind of thinking about getting another one in this Smokehead line. Let me know what you think. But they have another one that's got my eye. So we'll see if it's still around, you know, in a month when I can afford to buy another bottle. And, you know, until then, sláinte.